you should see my screen now. My name is Susanne Geissler, and I will present the status on the ground experiences in 9 EU countries. It was the approach of the QUALICHeCK project to start with an analysis of what is going on in the member states, especially in the countries participating in the project. So what did we do? There was an analysis about existing data, reporting on 31 previous studies about measured performance, reliability of input data, quality of the works, and compliance frameworks. So these reports are available on the QUALICHeCK website. And in addition to the analysis of the, let's say, status on the ground in general, 10 new data collection studies from the 9 participating focus countries were carried out. The analysis of the status of the ground on the ground covered the following technology areas: transmission characteristics and airtightness, ventilation systems, summer thermal comfort solutions, and renewable energy systems. For example, heat pumps, solar thermal systems, and photovoltaics. So I mentioned already that 10 new data collection studies were carried out in the framework of the QUALICHeCK project. So what did we achieve? We have 5 studies available on energy performance compliance and EPC input data quality, so input data in the energy performance calculation for the energy performance certificate. Studies focused on new EPC calculation, check of design documentation, and also site visits. One study focused on thermal comfort compliance. In this study, measurements were carried out. There was the design documentation, temperature simulations. One study dealt with the reliability of EPCs issued with different methods, and 3 studies focused on transmission characteristics, for instance, on cavity insulation, on windows, and on U-values compliance. The reports are available, and also, let's say, short summaries about the new data collection studies in the form of fact sheets, all available on the QUALICHeCK platform. So I will present a few findings from this work on the status on the ground regarding compliance frameworks. So in fact, compliance frameworks for EPC compliance should comprise building design and the as-built condition of the building. We found that often compliance is only controlled until issuing the building permit, and the later stage, like the final design, the construction, is not under control anymore in some countries, which means many countries do not have control mechanisms for final design, the final design information, design changes during construction, and also commissioning. And this means that the as-built energy performance is often not known, and of course, this is problematic. When you look at this compilation, then you see that 4 out of 9 QUALICHeCK focus countries have compliance frameworks which are extended to final design and construction and commissioning phases, but 5 don't. So this is something which we also worked on later on in the project to find good examples, to document good examples of comprehensive compliance frameworks and give ideas to other countries to extend their compliance frameworks. So the second aspect I would like to present is about the findings on measured performance. So the work on status on the ground resulted in was that poor ventilation can be seen as a major problem in Europe. Ventilation rates and also noise typically do not comply. Regarding ductwork airtightness, this is an issue in Central Europe, but not anymore in Northern Europe. Regarding building leakages, we found good and bad samples. Regarding transmission characteristics, we were confronted with the challenge of limited data availability. So in this regard, we will need additional studies. Regarding heat pumps, solar thermal systems and other renewable systems, we found that good performance can be achieved if certified installers and other quality assurance schemes are, let's say, applied, or if certified installers work on the systems and quality assurance schemes are applied, then we can achieve a good quality of the works. And regarding summer thermal comfort, we found that there is a huge challenge because limited data are available, and there is also the problem that summer thermal comfort is addressed only in half of the studied building codes. So this is also, let's say, a field where further work, where we identify that further work is needed. So what are the conclusions? We saw that in many countries a development is ongoing with 5 years intervals when new requirements and procedures are launched. For instance, 2007 and 2012. So there are legislative changes in regular intervals, but these legislative changes have to be supported also with activities in adapting the compliance procedures, in further developing commissioning frameworks, measurements, develop model solutions, guidelines, trainings. So this is important to bear in mind, that it is not just about changing the legislation. Also, the learning curves must be respected, meaning that that experience must be evaluated and results must be considered when further developing legislation and also accompanying measures. It is very important that compliance frameworks be extended in many countries in order to be able to assess the as-built performance. So to summarize, in about half of studied countries, control mechanisms address only the building permit phase, and it is necessary to issue the EPC for the completed building and also to link it with an enforcement mechanism, for instance, with a permit of use. So that was my summary. Thank you very much for your